let's get into the JuJu Smith-Schuster signing. This was a little bit surprising, I think, but not completely if you've kind of been paying attention to what Belichick has said about JuJu over the years, or if you looked at the list of who were the top free agent receivers in free agency this year. JuJu is basically right up there with Jakobi Meyers. So the fact that they lost Jakobi Meyers and then brought in a very similar guy on a very similar deal is not at all shocking. So as I said earlier, they did sign JuJu to a 3-year, $33 million contract with $16 million guaranteed. And apparently the Patriots and the Chiefs were in a bidding war over him. So I'm kind of surprised that he went to the Patriots, just because, I mean, I would assume that maybe it has something to do with money. Maybe it was something about playing for Belichick and playing for the Patriots. But the fact that he chose the Patriots, who are definitely not in Super Bowl contention at this point, over a team that he just won a Super Bowl with, I think that's kind of telling. I would kind of like to know a little bit more insight into why he did that, just because, you know, back when we were in the dynasty era, a lot of people went to the Patriots because they were always contenders to the Super Bowl. So this seems more about a money thing, but I don't know, maybe there's something else there. I'm not sure. So a lot of people's initial reactions to JuJu signing, I would say, were probably not that great. And I think this is just another case of his off-field behavior. He's become quite infamous for his TikToks. I think, you know, that's basically what it is. I think it is. And, you know, at my age especially, I am not on the older, but I'm kind of in the middle of millennials. So TikTok is not my thing. I don't understand it. I find a lot of it very cringy. So I understand that. But, you know, and I've spoken about that I didn't particularly like that about JuJu. But, you know, he's only 26 years old. He's already been in the league for 6 years. He's only 2 weeks younger than Meyers. So there were some people, I think if you guys follow me on Twitter, I had someone who told me that they didn't want an aging diva on the team. And I was like, he's literally only 2 weeks younger than Jakobi. So it seemed a little bit silly for that to be your argument. But yeah, he's only 26 and he's an instant replacement to Jakobi Meyers. So they both are predominantly players that are in the slot. And although JuJu definitely has the abilities and the capabilities to play on the perimeter, he thrived in the slot last year for the Chiefs when he caught 78 receptions for 933 yards and 3 touchdowns in the regular season. Didn't see a lot of action in the postseason, but it is Patrick Mahomes. It is Travis Kelce. It is, you know, their rookies were kind of crazy productive for them this year. So JuJu not being super involved in the offense, I don't think is like a huge shock, nor is it really a concern. But I do think that he could be a good addition, and it definitely does not close the door on them adding any more receivers, especially on the perimeter, because I know a lot of people were concerned that this kind of maybe shot down the idea of Hopkins or OBJ or Judy. See, I already saw some of you guys mention him. I'll get to your comments in just a second. This doesn't, because he's a slot guy. They can definitely move him to the outside if they want to, but I think that the timing of his signing and the fact that they let Meyers go, I think that's kind of indicative of what they plan on doing with him. So I don't see that happening, but I think it's a good signing. I think we have to see how he plays. It's not even a long contract. It's not a humongous contract either, but I like that they are being aggressive, at least from what we're seeing. They are out there and they are inquiring about some other receivers too. We've heard about them also doing a lot of their work with receivers in the draft. So, you know, the biggest thing that we wanted them to do this offseason was to improve the offense, and they've been doing that while maintaining the defense. All of their free agents on defense, besides Juwan Williams, who didn't play last year, have all been re-signed. So I think that they are in a good space right now. I think that they're doing a lot better than people want to give them credit for, especially Boston radio, but, you know, it is what it is.